YouTubers, what is up? It is your boy, as always, Vinny Chill, back from his, I don't know, hiatus, vacation. Chris, how you doing? You're looking a little tan or red,
Just
depending on how they show up on camera. Uh, were you somewhere drinking beet juice all the time, or baking in a sun tanning bed, or what?
family vacay down south. That's it. Had to get out of here. They're lifting the restrictions. Nice family time. Couple weeks down south, man. That's it.
Nice.
Didn't really not a lot of comic book digging or anything, but a lot of nice beach time.
Well, I don't know if you've been hard at work or hardly working, but glad you took some time off and got some family time in. It's
Hey,
important.
thanks for your concern.
Yeah, you know me. I'm your number one fan.
Yeah.
So kids, we are back doing the first video together in a few weeks now. And of course, as always, we want to start with our one big announcement. We are now this close to being 1 month away from Silver City Con. So I will throw in some graphics in post-production. Of course, Silver City Con coming to you now in 5 weeks. And that is Sunday, July 18th. We've got 25 vendor tables, about a dozen vendors altogether. We've got a food truck, Craft Witch, great food. We're going to have a gaming vendor, so board games. We got your Pokemon cards and all that good stuff. Lots of comics, tons of comics. And it's going to be a really good time. We're really psyched about it. We're putting in a lot of effort now. We're in the final weeks, so we're got those lawn signs that are going to see popping up around the state of Connecticut. We've got advertisements that have already been out. We've been to probably about 30 or so comic stores, comic shops collectively between the two of us. So flyers have been mailed out to Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York. So if you're anywhere in the tri-state or quad state area, you're going to see some flyers hopefully in your local comic shop. So if you're nothing better to do, July 18th, come on down or up or sideways to Silver City Hall, Meriden, Connecticut, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., 99-cent admission, kids 12 and under free, prizes, giveaways all day long. We've got slabs, other books, other great giveaways for you, some raffles too. And it's just going to be one heck of a time. We're really psyched about it. And hopefully it goes well. Hopefully you all out there show up. And we'll be back to do at least one more after that in 2022 and beyond. But for right now, we are going to talk a little bit about this person right here, a little Black Widow, aka alter ego Natasha Romanoff. Of course, this is the playing card from Marvel Champions. Just played it last night with a few close friends. Happy to say that we beat Norman Osborn, aka the Green Goblin, finally. So again, now that COVID restrictions are lifted, trying to organize something here in my state, maybe something in the next couple months to get some Marvel Champions gaming together at a local gaming store. So more details to come on that. But without further ado, we are here to talk in advance of the movie dropping in a month from now on July 9th. Of course, the Black Widow movie, the big return of Scarlett Johansson reprising the role of Black Widow. So to start us off, I should say too, it's not just covering a couple books because, we do have some overlap with Key Collector, but we want to give you guys some spec and some other perspective on the matter that you can't just go to Key Collector and get. So hopefully you find this informative and stuff that you can add to your PC as well. But to start off, I will start with this book. And of course, this is actually not Natasha, Natalia. No, Natasha. I was right the first time. It's, of course, I've had, a couple drinks. That's what our kids, our viewers out there like to see, Chris. They like to see us tired and a little tipsy maybe and making some mistakes. So we're happy to provide some comic relief. So we've got not Natasha, but the other Black Widow. We've got Yelena Belova here, and this is her first appearance in a 9/2 from Inhumans #5, Volume 2 from 1999. And I'm a big fan of Yelena Belova, so I'm going to show you a couple other books. So she's making her big MCU debut in this movie, and it's already been announced that she will be also in the Hawkeye TV show as well, and hopefully beyond that. So this is the first appearance of Yelena Belova. This, of course, is the character that becomes White Widow now of Earth 616. You might also out there want to go get the Black Widow #1 from 1999. That's actually the issue where her identity is revealed, and it's the first mention of the Red Room. I don't have that book, and of course, neither one of us have the first appearance of Natasha either, but definitely think about getting that book too, although that's kind of already in the stratosphere. Missed the boat on that. I think Yelena Belova is the character that's still very much in your price range without breaking the bank.
First, on that slab, does it say, is that like a cameo? Is that like the 180, 181 argument, where it says like face not shown or something?
So this actually reads, the first appearance of the new Black Widow, Yelena Belova, face not shown. I just read verbatim what the words say. So, I mean, Key Collector, this is the book that is the higher value than that Black Widow #1. This is considered first appearance. It doesn't say cameo or full, so I would say this is the book you want.
Right, that's the market's decided, but it's one of those books.
Exactly.
I got one to follow up pretty much like that. Avengers 195. We know, we've seen the trailers. We know it's all confirmed. Taskmaster, whether it's Ultimate Taskmaster or whatever, this is the first, at least cameo appearance of Taskmaster in the 616. I mean, when you look at, 196 has that iconic cover. Taskmaster's on it. I think the value of that book compared to this one, I mean, I would go look for this for the PC. We'll see. They're saying he or she, I think, Taskmaster is not going to get killed off in this movie. Is going to be around for a while, and I think in the comics they've cloned him, and some of the video games they've cloned him. So I think they're going to milk this character for at least a few movies. But the discrepancy in value from 196 to 195 for me makes this go get 195. I think for the PC, and I'm waiting for after the movie. I'm sure 196 will drop down a little bit. And that's my game plan because I don't have it. So I'm not a huge Taskmaster fan. We're gonna see how it works out.
Yeah, but like you said, I mean, I must have fought him between 50 and 100 times through the newest, Avengers game that I talk about on here.
You look good, though. You look good. Made it out.
He looked good, or I looked good?
You look good. You made it out.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I look more, I guess you could say more like the Red Guardian or something, but more on that in a second. But so for the next book, I've got, keeping with the theme of Yelena, I was able to pick up recently the trilogy. Now, you really are going to only want the first issue as a key issue, but if you can get the trilogy like I did for just a few dollars, why not? Now, I'm happy to report that I got this online. The guy said that he was the seller was pretty adept at grading himself. He advertised it as a 9.4, and I would say these are very crispy copies, so I would say that he's probably spot on. I'm thinking hopefully a 9.4 or a 9.6, but this is some great artwork by Greg Land. Happy to say I was able to meet Mr. Land a couple years ago, pre-COVID, at New York Comic Con, got his autograph. So this is Black Widow, Pale Little Spider, number 1, 2, and 3 from 2002. This is Yelena right there in her first solo series as Black Widow. So you've got 1, 2, 3. But again, number 1 is, if you're going to pick just one, this is the one you want.
Let me see. I'm gonna shift gears here. Everyone knows about this book, but it's another. It's creeping up, but it's another cheap get. Hulk 258. What is it? Soviet super soldiers. Their first appearance. Ursa Minor. We're not sure if any of these characters are gonna show up, get alluded to. But definitely worth getting. I mean, again, at this point, I might wait till the movie comes out to see what goes on, because I think it's spiked to a nice copy, which this is not the cleanest, will run you about $50 now, I think. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know, for these characters, I mean, some of them are cool. I don't know if there's much spec on them in the comics themselves at this point, but I'm sure something's going to allude to one of them here or there in this, in the Black Widow film. So, we'll see.
Dark Star, Crimson Dynamo, Ursa Major, Vanguard. I just was looking at my own copy. Yeah, I'd say 2015 New York Comic Con, got it for $5, but right now, yeah, 50 in a really decent shape. So think you've already missed the boat if you don't have it. Wait for it to cool off after the movie comes out. That's exactly right. For my next book, I am gonna continue with. I'm trying to grow the beard just like Alexi would. So we've got Avengers number 43 from 1967. Now, this is a pretty beat up copy. I only paid a few bucks for it, so I'd say it's a low grade, but happy to have it in the collection. This is a book that down the road, maybe I upgrade my copy, sell this one for a better copy down the road. But of course, right there, front and center, we've got the first appearance of the Red Guardian, Alexei Shostakov, and Natasha's husband. Of course, going to be played in the movie. Blanking on his name, but he's the sheriff in Stranger Things. Really good actor. Can't wait to see him. Of course, he's been in all the trailers that have been released, so I think it's going to be, he'll play it a little funny like he does play the character in Stranger Things, so I'm sure it's going to be fun to watch.
Good grab.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to do a little far out idea spec. I'm going to go with The Abomination. What is this? Tales to Astonish 90. I grabbed this a while ago. I know it's spiked more so for the She-Hulk show. But, in the comics, he's, Blonsky is a KGB agent. I know in the MCU, he is a Russian turned, I don't know if it's MI6, but basically British Special Forces. And then he goes through kind of the transformation into Abomination. And being that this is, how do I put this? Basically, Black Widow's going to be kind of a spy thriller from what I understand. And how she's always, Black Widow's always involved in kind of all these different organizations. I could see things like, the KGB, MI6, all these different things kind of playing into it. So I would, I don't know. This isn't the greatest cover. I do like 91 better, the Hulk versus Abomination cover. But this is the Abomination's first appearance. And I think it's worth grabbing even now, because it's only going to get hotter until the She-Hulk shows up. She-Hulk show shows up, and basically, I mean, he's the one villain that I think has been mentioned in countless movies and shows that he's at the raft or where he's locked up. Like basically like cleaning out his cage. I think Phil Coulson tells someone. I think the Abomination's a good character, and we're gonna see a lot more of him. Like really at this point, I mean, it could be for like a whole phase of Marvel movies. So who knows? And then all the ties to Black Widow, just we're a line away from them just tying it all together and kind of retconning, like, oh, he was originally a KGB agent. Hail Hydra, all that.
Right.
That's it.
Right. Yeah, no, it was kind of that funky gray area where things were just starting out in the MCU of like the Ed Norton movie, so didn't exactly sort of tie in. Although you did see other characters, translate, transform into the MCU proper. But yeah, I don't think that's really regarded. It's almost not canon. It is, but it's kind of not. So it'll be nice to see them give that movie more credence by the more characters and continuity that they have spring from it. So definitely looking forward to seeing him again. I am going to do a little bit of Spec now, but stay in the whole Black Widow realm. So I'm going to kind of do these in tandem together. I'm a huge fan of Kelly Thompson. I've been reading the new Volume 9 ever since the beginning. It's on my pull list. So issue 7 just came out the other week. So I'm very happy with how things are going in this storyline, and it's been a real fun read. So if you don't have it, I recommend going out and grabbing it. So the first few issues, nothing much as far as maybe future MCU stuff, but the last 2 issues, issue 6 and issue 7. So issue 6 that you see right here, you've got the first appearance of Lucy Nyan. I believe that's how you pronounce it. She is named, or codename Marigold, named by Natasha. She is working for a person that you find out to be named Apogee, and find her. She actually tries to like steal stuff from Natasha, and then they basically, Yelena and Natasha are trying to sort of, do we take her under our wing? Do we not? And then something happens in the 7th issue that I won't reveal that plays into that. But first appearance of Marigold here in issue 6. Maybe she'll show up if they keep doing stuff. I don't know what the MCU, what Kevin, Feige has planned down the line. I don't know if Yelena Belova is going to take over as Black Widow and pick up the mantle and run with it in future stuff and consider Scarlett Johansson's run over. But this character may show up. And then if they do continue with this story and that translates into future MCU plots, then you've got issue 7 here, and that is the first appearance of Apogee, who is the villain going up against Natasha and Yelena. And by this time, Yelena's White Widow, Natasha is Black Widow. And so the story of Apogee is just starting now. We don't know where it's really going yet, but this is her first, his or her. This is the first appearance of Apogee.
Nice, good grabs. I missed out on those on New Comic Day, but we'll see how it goes. We see. All right, one other bit of Spec. I had heard Omega Red's going to show up in this some way, shape, or form. Again, another kind of Russian super soldier. Which kind of opened the door maybe for the X-Men. So, who knows what the rumors are, but I was digging through the dollar boxes today, and I was able to find this. So it's not the X-Men number 4 everyone normally sees, but this is the X-Men 4 reprint that came with the Gambit Marvel Legends figure. So it's not for resale there, but everything's for sale. And I don't know, really sweet Gambit cover. See what happens. He's in the kind of movie limbo hell. But just a nice cover to add to the collection. It's a little beat up, but I mean, we've all found, I think, X-Men 4s out there, and just something different to grab. Because I think I have the newsstand. I have the the regular copy. I think a lot of people have found those over the years. They were in dollar boxes for forever, and it's nice, just different cover, and I don't know, just something for the PC.
Yep, absolutely. And then just to sort of dovetail with that, and on a final note, I'll just flash for the camera really quickly. I was also able to get this in a dollar box, if you can believe it. But this is number 5, X-Men number 5 from that same run, and this is Omega Red's first cover, also in a newsstand. And this is, after the first appearance, this is second appearance, first cover. So I think, this is also worth getting also in a newsstand if you can find it. So yeah, I think it's only a matter of time. Not sure if it'll be this movie, but I think once the X-Men are introduced and Wolverine's introduced, you're gonna have to see Wolverine up against Sabretooth and Omega Red, and at some point this stuff is gonna happen. So there you go. Well, kids, I hope you enjoyed this. Chris, welcome back. It's been a little bit of a hiatus for a few weeks, but glad to have you back. And we'll be back again real soon with some more Spec for you. You don't want to miss that episode coming next in another few days or week. But until next time, stay safe, stay nerdy.